I was asked to be the official appetizer sponsor for this evening, so the little bread boats and the cheese balls are all made with my products. I was very honored when I was asked to do this, and I was thinking a lot about these purses, and I think what came to mind for me was that this really is a simple act of kindness. And many times we don't see the recipients. We have no idea the impact that this will make on somebody's life. But I wanted to share with you tonight the impact that a simple act of kindness made on my life. So I started my business 21 years ago, and I was struggling. I knew that this was my passion. I believed in myself, but I was stuck in a long-term abusive relationship with an alcoholic, drug addict, compulsive gambler. And as much as I think I am unique and I'm special, when it comes to childhood trauma, I'm textbook. I ended up in a relationship with my father, and I became my mother. And I felt so trapped, and I had no idea. I knew I wanted out. I just could not put one foot in front of the other. So to make money during building up my business, I was doing a lot of shows. I was doing craft shows, trade shows, home shows. I'm sure some of you have seen me many different places. So this was in March, probably 15 years ago, and I was a mess. I was with this man. Basically, I was in this cycle of robbing Peter to pay Paul. I had no idea how. We were 2 months behind on our mortgage. I called this woman who was promoting a craft show in Markham, and it was the spring show, which are not as good as the fall shows, but I asked her last minute if I could get in the show. She gave me a booth, I wrote her a check, I did the show, it was horrible. Not only did I not make the rent, but I bounced the check on her. And I was absolutely devastated, as if I needed more shame in my life. So I called her and I told her, I'm so sorry, this is what happened, I will pay you, I have no idea when. She said, it's okay, Deb, when's your next show? I said, okay, well, next weekend I'm at the Whitby Home Show. And I know that that's not gonna be great either. She said, okay, no problem. Thanks for calling. So I'm at the Whitby Home Show, Saturday morning, it's a horrible show. I look up and here she is walking down the aisle. And I was mortified. I knew in my heart she was coming to try and get her money, which I owed her. She came up to me and she said to me, how's it going? And with tears in my eyes, I said, not great. She came into my booth, she gave me a big hug, and she gave me this little pewter angel. This was my simple act of kindness. This woman she came all the way from Markham to Whitby to give me this angel. I don't remember what she said. I'm sure it's, things always work out, whatever people say at that time. But what I heard was, do not give up on yourself. Do not give up on yourself. And here was this woman standing in front of me, basically a stranger, who saw more value in me than I did in myself at that time. And I decided in that moment, in that simple act of kindness, that I was not going to give up on myself. So I decided I needed help. I knew I needed help. I knew there was something wrong. There was something that was holding me back from becoming the woman that I was meant to be. And the first thing I did was I reached out to the Women's Center of York Region. And I remember doing the intake, and I remember asking them, because I had no idea what therapy was about. I had no idea what this organization was about. Somebody had told me that they could help me. And I remember asking them what they did. And she said, well, we help women in abusive situations with kids that are trying to get out, away from violence. And my first reaction was, oh, you know what? He doesn't hit me. I don't have kids at home. Honestly, use that space for somebody else. And the woman said to me, so you're not important? And at that moment I said, you know what? I'm not gonna give up on myself. I'm not gonna give up on myself. So I did the counseling at the Women's Center. It was amazing. I will be forever grateful for that. From there, I transitioned to YRAP, which is now Cedar Center. Did an amazing program for childhood sexual abuse. I also took advantage of the services from the Women's Support Network in York Region. And here I am today. I got out of that relationship 15 years ago. I paid the woman back her money. I own a very successful business for which I'm very grateful. I got through the pandemic, and I've been nominated through the Newmarket Chamber of Commerce for a Business Excellence Award this year in manufacturing. Like I've come full circle, and it was just such an honor to be asked to do this tonight. And I'm still in therapy. I still have a life coach, but today I'm in a position where I can pay for it myself. And for that, I am so grateful. So thank you for your simple act of